Yeah, you're going to get the blitz off the edge, and I'm thinking on this one because it's play action and the play action is going through Mostert, he's not going to be able to get over to cut this guy off.
Right, and he going to the right over here. Yep.
Yeah, I think this is on Dwelly.
Interesting.
Because he's stepping down to double on the end.
Yeah, that sounds right. You're right.
And I don't think that there's any way that on unless they kind of change, unless they make a change to where they're not going to run the play fake. I don't see how Mostert's going to be able to get out and block that man.
That's a real tough block. That's tougher than the one McGlinchey had to do last play.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's on Dwelly. Okay.
So that drops them back. It's now we're on 2nd and 18. Let's go ahead and this next play is one of the best plays of the game, and it's very similar to a play that I tweeted out yesterday from a guy that's going to be probably a first-round quarterback this year in the draft. He's looking down here. Yeah, if you look down here to the left, he's got a good pocket. He's looking down here. There's nowhere to go. He looks in the middle. He's covered. He doesn't like what he sees, so he bails from a good pocket. James breaks free, and he sees him. And James sees what's going on, and he turns before the ball's even in the air. Yeah, really nice play on both ends of this play.
Let's check it out from the end zone.
It's definitely not the arm talent kind of throw of what you saw from Wilson, but from the pocket presence of it is.
Yes.
And so people that want to say the Mullins is athletic, he's just not your uber athletic guy. He's athletic enough to make plays that he needs to.
Yeah, I mean he's got more foot speed than Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. This is a nice play.
It's a nice play. It gets him out of the jam. And one of the things with Kyle Shanahan is once his offense gets a first down and kind of makes a play like this, it usually rolls from there.
Yes,
that's
right.
Yeah, they have a hard time of taking little dinks and dunks all the way down the field most of the time. They've got to have one big shot in
they need their explosives.
Yes,
as he puts them.
And I would call this an explosive. It's a 23-yard shot down the field.
No doubt. Yep. Yeah. All right. What's next?
Nice throw.
Yeah, it is.
On the play before this one, it was a really nice run by Mostert for 8 yards, and it was really good block. And if his shirt hadn't been there, it would have been a first down.
He needs to work on that little blouse he's got going on.
Yeah, this is really nice work between Mullins and Dwelly. Dwelly's running out there. He sees it at the zone. He sits down. Yep. Mullins recognizes it and hits him over the middle for a nice gain.
Yeah, that's really nice. This is an experienced receiver. Guy who's played a lot, caught a lot of passes. He knows right now. Nope, stop. And this little Joe Montana action over here, over Ed Too Tall Jones, throws it up to Dwight Clark.
Yeah, this is high-level stuff from two backup players.
It is. It really is. Let's watch it from here. Okay. Great vision. And this is just a courageous throw over DeMarcus Lawrence. Stops off the back foot, back across between the numbers. I mean, geez. No, for the worst backup quarterback in the league who Niner fans want out of town, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I'd have you screaming, but I don't want my ears to get blown out.
I did enough of that yesterday.
Yeah. Yep. So there's and then they come right back. I think it's the next play.
Okay.
At 9:03, and this is another one. This is one of those deals where it's a short pass, but this is a play that we've seen the 49ers really screw up at times. It's just that little slant out route, and they're playing cover 2. The corner sinks back just enough to where it allows that throw to Dwelly. So they get a nice completion right here, and it's just a highlight of the Niners. Some of the things that we've seen them do as we've watched them throughout the season doing these shows. Where they've thrown that slant so many times and had it be incomplete or just a knockdown bad throw kind of thing.
I've asked Kyle Shanahan about this concept, the slant flat concept before, because the way I coaches have explained it to me is you're supposed to read it flat to slant, because if you go the other way, by the time you get out here, he's out of bounds. But the way Kyle coaches it is against man, he wants it going to the slant, and against zone, he wants it going to the flat. So Mullins read it correctly. They should call this more for Dwelly. It's a really nice play, and he got yards after the catch.
Yeah, and I'm not sure on that. I think the slant, that does make sense because the slant should be open against man. Against zone like this, where it looks like they're playing cover 2 down here, you're going to read that corner because he's your flat defender.
Good call.
He drops, so you hit the flat. If he stays in the flat, you hit the slant. Plus, if he tries to go to that slant, it's going to be probably picked off by the backer anyway.
Of course.
Yep.
Good call. Good call.
So
it's
second and goal.
Yeah.
And this should be a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. This is bad Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a nice design to my favorite player in the world. Oh,
Yeah, Dwelly's wide open. It's one of those things where I think he saw that it was going to be man based on the
Pre-snap.
on the pre-snap as the man was coming across. So he thought that he was going to be able to get Juszczyk quick, and he's not really reading anything beyond the
right. He's predetermining
that.
his read. He's going to Juszczyk because he assumes that Juszczyk's going to be open because of whatever, I guess. But then he does beat this guy, but he has this guy helping.
Yes.
And that's a tough one. Good call, Jack.
Yeah, so that was a bad one. The good thing is they were able to kind of bail him out. Let's go to the next play because that one's a good one too.
Yeah. Okay.
So on this one is it's going to be a run to the right, and this one is just blown up by both the guys on the right. We talked about how good they were on one of the plays earlier. Now you're going to see McGlinchey and School both get beat 1-on-1.
School whiffs McGlinchey on his face. Yep, that'll do it.
Yep, and both of them get over their feet a little bit too much, and Alt Smith does a nice job of just kind of throwing away. He's the guy that starts the play.
Interesting to see him move into defensive tackle now.
Yeah, they've seen him do that a little bit with him.
Interesting
over the last couple of weeks.
They used him that way in Missouri back when he was in college. Anyway, interesting. Good play by him. Tough matchups, Justin.
Yeah, does a good job stepping around them. That's really rough. So, now they're stuck with 4th and 1, but they get the touchdown throw. It's a great throw, Ayuk.
Certainly. I mean, the arm strength, the accuracy, the poise, all of it.
Yeah. It was one of those plays. I saw the ball come up, and I didn't realize he had it until he was already around the corner.
That's right.
But
let's look at it real quick, just for the sake of it. It's a great play design. It's a great play call. I mean, I'd like him to call it more than once a game. I mean, geez.
Yeah, it's a great play, especially down here at the goal line when you're usually going to get man. It's a great area to be running this kind of a play.
You can kind of see what's going on a little bit better from this angle. 26 is just chasing them around. Got to go over here, and now you got to stop and come back, and you got people in your way. He's like, help me, please, guys, please. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, you get a good little block, down there by James.
Boom.
And that's all she wrote.
All she wrote. Good stuff, Richie.
Yep. And now we're into a ball game here, 17-14. They've kind of come back.
Yeah.
So
they digging themselves out of the hole they created.
Yes. Yep. That's the other part about this game. Mullins was so bad, but he led them back into the game.
That's what I'm saying. And the fact that they were down 14-7 was as much on Kyle for putting Richie James back there instead of Brandon Ayuk and Mike McGlinchey as it was on Nick Mullins for getting the ball swatted out of his hand.